So my question was, are genetically modified organisms or GMOs good or bad? And in my research, I found a couple of different answers to that question. To start off, there are a few good reasons about GMOs. First off, GMOs produce vitamin A. And this is kind of directed towards children because children with vitamin A deficiencies can be affected by blindness or even the worst case, death. So you can see where this is really important. Another reason is that GMOs produce vast amounts of food. So this really helps with world hunger, starvation, people in third world countries, things like that. And it also reduces the need for herbicides and pesticides. And on the other hand, kind of the bad thing about GMOs is that many nations consider it unsafe. And actually, 91% of Americans want all GMOs labeled. And GMOs are not obviously in organic food, but they are in most foods. And so this is why Americans kind of want their foods labeled and everything like that. But the GMO labs, they actually do not label the food where GMOs are in, and this kind of upsets many people. GMO crops they actually produce super weeds and super bugs. And these things are really bad because they can only be killed by an ingredient from Agent Orange. So you can see where this obviously can harm a lot of people. And another reason is once GMOs are in the environment, they cannot be recalled from the environment. So they can't be taken back out. And finally, another reason why GMOs are not very good is because they cause a lot of ill effects or bad things to happen. Like in a rat experiment, scientists fed a group of rats foods that had GMOs in them, and they found that within 10 days, these rats already had precancerous cell growth. They had smaller brains, smaller livers, and they also had a lot of damage to their immune system. So you can tell that if this just happened within 10 days, obviously these GMOs can cause a lot to happen, a lot of negative things to happen. And another experiment was that these sheep were put in a cotton plant, and within 5 to 7 days, all of the sheep died. And obviously the cotton plant was a GMO cotton plant. And if all these sheep die within 5 to 7 days, obviously the GMOs had a huge effect on them. Another thing is that the FDA scientists actually found that GMOs have lots of toxins. They also found new diseases in them. And they also found out that they cause a ton of nutritional problems. So to answer the question, are genetically modified organisms or GMOs good or bad? GMOs are most definitely leaning towards the bad side of everything just because they have so many toxins. They cause precancerous cell growth in recent experiments, and just new diseases and nutritional problems and things like that just kind of lean more towards the bad side. And I have my cards here. And my last card.